How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Nadia.
Fantastic.
How about you?
I am well, thank you.
Second day of 2020.
Yes, so second day.
And you have just used me for call today, so we are done.
Oh,
cancel. We are done.
Don't do this to me.
We are just listening to you. It's a shake here.
Hey, said first of all,
you know, I'm a fresh there.
I'm a fresh. Hey, go.
Yeah.
Kwaba.
It is one of those days that before you even get started, you're already confused.
Yes. So,
you're already confused.
But you know, isn't it a beautiful?
Yeah, you know, I didn't know how to even go about it. So when something even goes wrong, how do you even correct it on air?
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to say something. Mm-hmm. You are even thinking whether is this something you can say it on radio or not.
You know, but especially when it is colleagues. Yes. Usually there's a way to go about it. Sometimes,
which I was novice at the time. So going home.
Yes. For example, a question will be asked of you, and you clearly do not have a response.
So you just have to, backdoor.
So, you are live on air, so you cannot backdoor. So you would wing around it. You wing your way around it and say that, well, at the moment, I've been making some inquiries. Unfortunately, I do not have an answer to this at this point, but would follow up and do the cross check and stuff like that.
Just balance yourself.
Or maybe you go to a place and a lot of people do not want to talk to you.
It's true.
And your colleagues are ask you, what are the people saying? What have they been telling you? You weed around it.
Yes, it's been very fantastic. Ever since I have involved in so many aspects of it. So I'm not sure that I'll do you that shake again.
Never.
Then if I do you shake again, then I'm share that. It still remains fresh in my mind. I've forgotten about it actually. One of the few incidents that took place in there, it wasn't easy transitioning from newspaper,
print to radio.
Yes, to radio, and then
to television
and all that. It's been a very long journey. But
we
are living it, we are enjoying it.
It's to the point where you are recognized as the best legal affairs correspondent in the country. It's a lot to pat yourself on the back on. It doesn't mean you should be complacent.
Absolutely.
No, but you look back and you know that
you have something to.
God has been good.
For those who know me and for those who know who I am, it's not about I'm not just, but I am that person who is always not satisfied with what I have. Yes, so.
And you never rest on your own.
Yes. So even the award that even came, I was just asking myself, what did I even do to even get that? But you meet people and they let you understand that yes, you are really what the award says you are. I feel humbled though, but we move. That is not like you mentioned. If you are complacent about it, then what then is the meaning of the award? The award is supposed to urge you, to spur you on to do much, 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 much better. So 2025, we hope to do much better than we did before the award came and all that. Absolutely. So all the shages that I have done to you, I'm using the 2025 to say that Happy New Year to you. It's one of the shages that you have to do to strengthen you. And for those who do not know Nandede, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Yes. For those who do not know Nandede, you just have to find time and know Nandede.
Wow.
One of the things that you cannot take away from her is the energy and the kind of colleague that she is. Ogbo. When I say Ogbo, you people will not understand. You're a big woman.
I receive it in Jesus' name.
Right?
I receive it in Jesus' name.
And we are proud to have you. We are proud to have you.
We are also
proud to be a colleague. We share ideas. I know the number of times that we can fight behind the scenes. I said that this story has to go this way. Then I'm standing my ground. I said, no, it has to go this way. It has to be like that. Stubborn. I cannot, that. I believe in that thing that 100 years later, when the same story is pulled and you are asked, would we want to change something? I said, no, I still stand by it. So that makes us better. So every day we are learning, and it's good to be on the field that every now and then you are learning, you are learning. People think that we know or we don't.
Nope.
Yeah, we don't. So sometimes I will put out something, now they will say check it again, and you realize that, oh Charlie, it's just a word that actually the whole thing meaning. And sometimes in the heat of the moment, we won't say, Charlie, things are happening. So thank you for being a wonderful colleague. You are one of the reasons that I wake up every day and I think that I have to come to work, because I know when you come, you put a smile on my face. Oh, nice, guys. Somebody should give you a tissue or a handkerchief.
Oh my God. Charlie, the courts have not allowed you to rest.
Now they you can see from my eyes. You can see this morning. When I woke up, this morning, dear, when I woke up, I can tell you the number of times that I checked on my alarm. I was like, wait, dear.
It left small. Like,
yeah, what excuse can I give? Charlie, but our listeners have to be saved.
Yes.
You get it. They are the reason that why we are here. So we need to come and serve them. So I looked at that and I said, okay, just go and serve them. And after, you can have your day and all that.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, today the court is not too busy. Tomorrow the court will not be too busy. And then Saturday. So I can steal some moment in between time. And then rest. Do some small shaggy.
To rest. You need it. Yes, but yesterday, Charlie, from time to time we hear these legal, terms being thrown at us. Mandemus.
The term of the year.
Oh.
Myself and Lantan were having a discussion on TV a short while ago. And said, yes, the most used word in December is Mandemus. Yes. It's Mandemus. So
it's crazy.
Yes, and all the aftermath of the election, we know what is happening in some constituencies.
Yeah.
In fact, it started with 6. In fact, 9 of them. But of course, 6 of them landed in court. High Court on the 20th of December granted the EC the order to go and collate based on a mandamus application. People have been asking, what is mandamus application? Or the mandamus is too
compelling an
technical.
institution to
absolutely.
perform its.
So all that they need to understand is that the Electoral Commission is the body that the law establishes to organize elections in this country. They will collate the election, and of course, ultimately, they will declare who the winner of that election is, and that is their mandate. So the mandamus application is that, yes, this is what the EC is supposed to do, but they are not doing it.
So
compel them
to act.
Force them, demand that they do it right now. So when you are going to court to ask the court to do something like that, the process that you have to, all the term is mandamus. So the 6 of them went. Subsequently was quashed by the Supreme Court, and then
after Esuchurara.
Absolutely. So that is another time. So mandamus, then there was Esuchurara. They said, what I thought is what is this Esuchurara all about? So
it says,
just delete it, clear it, wipe it away, as if it never happened. So when we are using the terms, just pay attention and then listen to them. We'll definitely break them down for you to understand. So the Supreme Court quashed the order for mandamus and held that no, the way it is, the interested parties, particularly the NDC, ought to be heard. So go back to the High Court, open the case afresh for all the parties to be heard, and then the case decided on its merit. Rightly so, they came on the 1st of yesterday was 1st, right?
Yes, 1st of January.
Yes. The day before 1st January, that's true, the 31st, the High Court presided over by Justice Fosinban Ejepon sat on the matter, and immediately the case was called the NDC side, who are the interested, and that the application was filed by 4 parliamentary candidates of the NPP. One, let me take you to the Techiman South. The applicant is Ajay Mensah Kosa, and the NDC candidate is Christopher Bayre. Then Tema Central, Charles Forson is the applicant for the NPP, and the interested party is Ibi Bright. Then Ablikuma North was filed by Nana Ekuya Efriye, and the interested party is Irabina Obin. Yes. Then Okaikwe Central, Patrick Yabuama is the applicant, and then Baba Sadiq is the interested party. So the interested parties in all the 4 constituencies, the NDC side, raised a preliminary legal objection and said that The elections have been declared. If you disagree, file an election petition and let's contest it. You don't come and say that the court should compel the EC to go and do something that had already been done. The court listened to the other party, and the other applicant who were then responding said that there's no results to go and challenge as by election petition. So the EC is also saying that we have not finished our work. So then the court will have to listen to that. So the contention is that the jurisdiction of the High Court has not been properly invoked for the mandamus application. And the fact that the NDC side is of the firm belief that it is an election petition in disguise, and you cannot come by way of mandamus.
So you cannot come through the back door.
Absolutely. So the court listened to the argument, and yesterday the court made a determination on the objection and held that, look, after an election, within 21 days, if the elections are not being gazetted or published in the gazettes, a party that has an issue can go to court, and the remedy or the process by way of filing a judicial review in the nature of mandamus. So clearly, the case is proper before the court. The mandamus application is proper before the court for the court to hear the party. So the objection was overruled. Then now, each of the applicants will have to move their case, and it started from Tema Central. Charles Forson moved his motion for certiorari, and all that he's been saying is that, look, the election is not completed.
His motion for mandamus.
Mandamus, yes. Sorry, absolutely. The elections have not been completed there. Compel the EC to go and collate all the results and then declare who the winner is. Simple. The NDC responded and said that we already know the results. There was a returning officer who declared the results, and then they brought a video, and in the video that was played, all that we heard in the video was that I declare so and so, Madam A.B. Bright,
yes,
as the candidate elect. The results were not mentioned, and so the NPP side drew the court attention. Have you heard it? There was no results. There was no numbers mentioned. All that we heard is declaration. And the NDC side is that what we want to bring to the attention of the court is that there has been a declaration. And once there has been a declaration, it means the election is concluded. So anybody who disagrees, it is not mandamus. You have to go by way of election petition.
Yes.
They said no. So that leg ended. And the EC response was that, look, Justin Amenuvo, give us appropriate orders. We don't want chaos. We don't want to set precedents that will hurt our democracy. All that the EC is saying, that EC is agreeing with the applicant of certiorari that mandamus that the process is not ended. So give us appropriate conditions, terms, orders, so that we'll go and finish the election. So that ended Tema Central. Then Okaikwe Central came in.
Yep.
Patrick Yabuama, and then Baba Sadiq. And the contention in that particular constitution was that 141 polling stations, 110 have been completed. The remaining 31 is where the issues are. And so they are of the view that when the 31 is added, it changes the result. So declaring Baba Sadiq as a winner using the 110 is not the right way. So the court should compel the EC to go and then declare or collate all of them and make a determination. Then again, the NDC side was saying that, look, a declaration has been made. It means the election ends. If you have any challenge, file election petition. Let's go and hear. Then the interested parties for the Techimans South and then Ablik Manov associated their submissions to what has been said earlier in relation to Tema Central and then Okaikwe Central. And then the NDC side said that, look, our individual cases are unique. We have unique situations. So we will advance our argument. So in respect of Ablik Manov, Arabna Obin, the court heard argument from Ediji Tamaklo, and then same as Tichiman South. And at the end, the court said, Saturday, today, the court is hoping to receive the clean copy of the proceedings, of all the arguments that have been made. It will use tomorrow to write his rulings, and the court will have to write rulings in respect of each of the four. So that will not be a straightforward. And the judges, when they are making a ruling, they want to give reasoned rulings so that if somebody wants to challenge that on appeal, when you go, on appeal, you are not going to argue your case afresh. All that the Court of Appeal will look at is to assess what's on record. So if you don't have a clean record, it affects whatever happened at the Court of Appeal. So the court said, Saturday at 12 noon, rulings will be delivered in relation to all these 4 applications, so that you note that Parliament is meeting on Monday. Monday is safe. And then the parliamentary candidate-elect will have to be sworn in as members of MP for the 9th Parliament. And these 4 are hanging. So Saturday, the court is hoping that will be made clear. What will happen, what should happen to these 4 will be made clear. And so moments after the sitting, we've been engaging the parties. And let me just put this one on record, that we will hear from Rabna Obin, Baba Sadiq, because the NPP side have not made themselves accessible by way of engaging them. Anytime you try to engage, they prefer that their leaders would rather speak. So let's hear from Baba Sadiq and Rabna Obin. The first is Rabna Obin.
Delay is not denial. I mean, we were all in the courtroom. It's been 6 hours of sitting. And no matter how the MPP decide to twist and turn issues, we are all privy to events. So I have no doubt that the will of the people will still stand.
I've always been confident that it will be affirmed. We're hopeful. Let's see how Saturday goes. We'll wait for the ruling on Saturday. But we're very confident that with the case that we put before the judge, and the strength of the authorities we cited, I mean, this shows that this will be affirmed. I have made the point severally that we don't create pink sheets. The pink sheets that's given to us, it's from the EC, and so there is a famous saying from our opponent where they make a case. I think was it Dr. Baumiada said that the evidence is on the face of the pink sheet. I have a pink sheet from you as EC. And from EC, the figures on the pink sheet that you've given to me, shows that I've won in 31 polling stations. And if these 31 polling stations is added to the 110, it puts me ahead, and I beat my opponent to 2,352. A gap of 2,352. However, during the collation, you find out that the figures that is coming from the collation are different. So this is what we pointed out.
That is Baba Sadiq moments after the court adjourned the case.
And earlier we had Irabna
Obin. So yesterday, are hopeful that Saturday victory will be theirs.
Yes.
They will sail through on all that. They've been sitting throughout the court proceedings they haven't done that for so many years in their life, and now they have to do that. A.B. Bright is also one person who has also been sitting throughout the proceedings and all that. But of course, we've been seeking some perspective in relation to all that were happening in courts, and we've been engaging. Have been speaking to Dr. Justice Remsai, a senior law lecturer, and also a private legal practitioner. Let's listen to him.
All right.
If you allege that something was done improperly, you apply for it to be quashed, not to ignore it and then issue an order for a different thing to be done. That was the fundamental flaw in that particular case. For mandamus to be granted, you need to show some things. One of them is that there's a statutory duty, which is expressly stated in law. There must be a demand that it should be performed, and there must be a refusal that the demand will not be performed. Clearly, there's no evidence that there's a statutory duty called recollation. Once collation is done, the next thing you do is to challenge it by way of what? Election petition. But there's nothing like recollation. That has been our argument.
So, Dr. Justice Remsai, and I must also say that it's part of the NDC legal team.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you hear the submission that way. So, yes, that's what. So, Saturday, you have to wait. By now, when you go to the constituencies, the parliamentary candidates, you wouldn't want to be in their shoes.
No.
Especially those who...
those disputed constituencies. 1 minute you are excited, the next minute you are...
It's just like football, The moment you score, yesterday, my team, Arsenal, we played. Just on the 13 minutes or so, Brighton, Brentford, they scored. Then our mood changed.
Dampened until you
then
scored.
on the 29th minute, we got back to 1-1 after first half. 50th, 53rd, 3-1.
In
Now
your
who is the
favor.
happiest? You can. So that's why I say you can go to court, but the outcome will be. So it doesn't. Once you score first, you jubilate at that point. So that is what happened. So Saturday, we'll wait to see what will happen in relation to that. So that's what has been happening. But let me just tell you, Heart and Kotoko, the way they behave, the supporters.
Yes.
Yeah, you are a Hearts fan. I know that you are a Hearts. There's no way you are a Ghana.
Phobia.
The
Arise,
boys are-
arise, arise. You don't know this. You know the song.
Oh, no,
Keep
no, I
quiet.
wanted to sing
see?
along with you.
But
I'm
this
a
one
strong
is
phobia now. Full-blooded
Relax.
student. Yes.
As 11 is a mighty team. As 11 is a mighty team. As 11 is a mighty team. Arrows, arrows, arrows. Be quiet and don't be silly. We are the famous Hearts of Oak. We never say die. As 11.
It's a mighty team. As 11 is a mighty team.
Anyway,
As 11 is
now you have
a-
tell it.
I'm taking it over.
Senior one. From 0 to 100. I bet.
So the supporters of the NDC and NPP yesterday, let's listen to what they happened. Chance,
They were all claiming that they
were
won.
absolutely. And the issue of, the NDC have a song say, revolution.
Yes. As a
Lawyer
long way to go.
Gary Nimakun made the point that it was one of the points where they were threatening the returning officer. That was the song that they were singing.
Oh, dear.
Let's hear both the NDC and NPP after the court sitting.
All right.
To save Ghana.
Rado. Is that the elephant is what?
A
It's
winning symbol.
And there's
They are
something
born to save Ghana. Yes.
Okay. So yesterday, that was the atmosphere at the when these people were
Interesting.
singing revolution. The others were saying that the elephant is a winning symbol. That's how
But I
interesting
think that the NPP, they have to work on a better anthem, honestly.
Are you
Because
sure?
if you put their
That
anthem,
is the spine of the party.
oh, this
The winning symbol. You know the NDC has something about the umbrella.
But I think the NDC's anthem is way better compared to the NPP. So they have to find.
I'm sure they will disagree with you.
Oh, this one, the whole of Ghana. will
You know,
agree.
there are times that you see. So let me use this one for the men. You see, we all see a woman and say, "This woman, they don't have and then there are those that it is only you who see the beauty in that.
Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Ah,
Okay. Oh dear, I see.
So
Let's talk about JUSAC.
Yes. The Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana. You know that we have just entered the year 2025, and so as part of urging the members, the president of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, Mr. Samuel Afuteotu, has been delivering some message to, in fact, his New Year message to the staff, over 7,000 staff across the country. And he said that, look, you have to use the death of Christ, to the sacrifices that Jesus Christ made, to learn that and then adopt that and then offer, embody humility, embody selflessness as you discharge your duty to serve Mother Ghana. But of course, that did not end there. As a staff, one thing that you want your leader or your leaders to talk about is your condition of service. And he has been telling the staff that yes, steps have been taken to ensure that their service conditions of service are improved in 2025. And so all of them should remain calm. But he's sending a warning that if anybody who try to frustrate the processes, aluta babami. Let's hear Mr. Samuel Afuteotu message for the staff.
On behalf of the National Executive Council of JUSAC, I bring you warm greetings of this festive season. The Yuleta reminds us of the advent of our Lord Jesus Christ, whose sacrifice inspired us to serve Mother Ghana and humanity with humility, dedication, and then selflessness. Beloved colleagues, the year 2024 came with its unique moments of fulfillment and challenges. We ushered in the year with the launch of the 50th anniversary of JUSAC, which was held under the theme 50 Years of Championing Judicial Excellence and Upholding Staff Welfare. In the spirit of getting everyone involved, we visited all regions to participate in the regional 50th anniversary programs, which were full of merry, sporting activities, health screening, dinner, and symposia. We climaxed our Golden Jubilee in Cape Coast with a grand symposium on the judiciary and peaceful elections. As the saying goes, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. In view of these, we thrilled colleagues with lots of fun with sports, health walks, interregional judicial quiz competition, and tourism to Cape Coast Castle and Kakum National Park. Fellow hardworking staff, this year was also a year for review of our salaries. As such, JUSAC submitted a proposal to the Judicial Council to review our salaries and related allowances. The Council completed its work and submitted same to the President for his approval in line with Article 149 of the 1992 Constitution. The recent directive by the President to Parliament to consider the budget of audit service, parliamentary service, and judicial service is a positive move as the budget goes with compensations, including salaries and allowances. Despite the positive development, we noted with concern the delay in the approval process. As such, the National Executive Council petitioned the leadership, the Honorable Lady Chief Justice, to expedite the approval process. As of yesterday, the official feedback on the matter is that the recommendation of the Judicial Council is receiving the highest attention of His Excellency the President of Ghana. The reports have been referred to the Ministry of Finance for update on the status of the request. We are keenly monitoring the progress. We have also mapped out a number of industrial action tools that could be activated should the government unduly delay the approval and implementation. While JUSAC continues to push for timely approval, we shall keep you updated on the progress. Our commitment to the speedy approval of the new salary structure is resolute. Your patience, prayer, and unwavering support are crucial for JUSAC to navigate these hurdles in order to bring home a condition of service that is lasting and fulfilling. As we close the chapter of 2024, JUSAC wishes to commend staff for the professional manner in which they conducted themselves before, during, and after the 2024 general elections. Your continued adherence to the Judicial Service Code of Ethics on political neutrality, integrity, and commitment contributed in no small way to independence and competence of the judiciary and the judicial service. Post-election disputes are far from over, as election-related cases are still pending at various courts. We wish to urge continuous adherence to our professional ethics, even as we push for better conditions of service for staff. Comrades of the judicial service, let's give glory to God Almighty that He spared us our lives to achieve some goodness in 2024. With life and good health, our dreams and aspirations in 2025 and beyond would be achieved. Do not fear, for we are children of the Lord, determined to serve with commitment. On behalf of the entire National Executive Council of JUSAC, I say Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to all staff of the Judicial Service and the Judiciary. Ayeko for the good work done. Afishapa, Afi o Afi, Feye na Milo, Niti Yumpale, Ni Yumpala, Leti Yumpale, Baka Muda, Shabon Shakara. Once again, God bless us all as we enter into the new year. Thank you.
All right.
So that is the president of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana. Yes. What's your New Year message for your staff? I mean, we are under you. So Okay, so wish all our listeners a happy New Year. That would be.
I
all
mean,
for-
I've
for
sent my
today.
New Year message to our listeners already.
Oh, okay. On our behalf.
yes,
and,
we're
we
wishing
appreciate
them-
you for staying with us and all that.
Yes,
Yes,
we
thank
truly
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Without you, we are not.
We
there.
are not there.
So anytime you meet me in town, you ask me about Nadede, I'll give you her number. I'll give you her number
Ola.
to you so that you.
Gentlemen.
So I'll not ask of her consent. I'll say.
All right, Mutala.
Nadede.
Go and catch some rest.
Yes,
Saturday
I'll
will be
do.
busy for you.
I'll
You have
do
not
that.
had any holiday. Oh, it's not fair to you at
Yesterday,
all.
man, yesterday was a New Year's Day. It was Lily Mohammed that gave me my first meal.
Oh,
Yes.
sir.
Meal, yes.
As
In
in food?
Germany, yes.
In the evening.
That was
In
the
the
first
evening.
food he ate for the New Year.
For the
Yes.
New Year.
Yes.
I was in court the whole day.
Yeah.
What a crime in a
Oh.
Tell me, it wasn't easy. When I was coming back to the office, I like a mosquito, just a small wind.
Yeah, we would have been blown away.
Throw away.
But I
Obey
don't
the-
understand why the judge adjourned the case to Saturday.
Why do you understand it?
Tomorrow, the president will be busy. The
So-
bench will equally be busy. So, yeah, usually.
They have a meeting, a conference.
No. Basically, when the president is addressing the nation, state of the nation,
Yeah, you all have to be.
everybody will have to happen. So that's
And it's
Especially
his
the
last
mirror-
one for that
Yeah.
matter.
the last one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if the Chief Justice, for instance, even
Oh no,
shows-
no, you
shows up.
definitely will have to
should be there.
present,
Yeah, yeah,
Alright.
and many others. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Mutala, thank you very
Nadede,
much.
see you.
I will go for a break when I return.
Then finally we go to the interview with Freddie Osimeu Bele.
To see your face. Like your
What's
son.
the middle name?
What's
Osimeu.
Miu?
What's the middle?
Osimeu.
What's
You guys
What's
thought-
is a
you guys thought
it's
he
a
was
fancy.
No, I think it's in Zima.
Enzima.
What's middle?
But, but it,
It's
sound,
a-
it
it's
sounds
a-
like...
yeah.
Yeah.
I think language is boring.
Yeah, but you know, Enzima sounds like a mix of all the languages.
it's
That's
true.
true.
Because when you're listening, you hear
Yeah.
tree.
Yes.
I hear guy in it
You hear
sometimes.
guy in it
I hear
as well.
fancy in it sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a very... I've always been fascinated as to how
Yeah.
languages came about.
Yes,
you know?
everywhere you go, you
Yeah.
see the traces of
Well,
all the languages.
languages and food.
Yeah.
Who invented palm nut soup?
Yes. Somebody.
Who-
It's true trial and error.
Like-
If you eat and you don't die, you see.
No,
you
it
guys-
is,
you-
it
you
is
see-
a brain that God
no,
gave to
no,
everyone.
no, no,
Try
Mutala,
this.
Mutala, here's the
No,
thing.
wait,
You see, you
relax.
guys take things for granted.
Oh, relax for me.
Okay.
Who created granite soup? Who
It's-
created a mutu?
God gave mankind.
You've asked
Hey,
your questions. Let me
Let me
answer
finish
you.
my own. As for fried rice, I know how it came about. It was
Okay.
leftover food.
Okay.
It's leftover food that's what
somebody
is
put
left,
it together
and then
and-
you are just now it's become a whole
check.
meal on its own.
Mm,
So who created akpele?
okay.
Who created kukunti?
Okay.
And who said?
But you know, in food and nutrition, there are some of the foods that are considered like they are meals on their own. There are some to
Yeah.
that it's
Accompaniment.
no, not accompaniment. They are meals that you create out of what is left.
Left. Okay.
So
okay.
apapransa, for
Okay,
instance,
okay, okay.
when you have palm nut soup that is left,
Yeah. Yeah.
then
yeah.
you add your corn, is it roasted corn
Flour.
flour? Sorry,
Yeah.
roasted corn flour to it, and then
Yeah.
you get your apapransa.
Yeah.
Emutu, I suspect
Yeah.
your leftover rice,
Yeah.
or you were
Or
cooking
you
the
cook
rice and
rice
it's
and then
overcooked.
there's too much
It's too
water.
much water.
And
I
then
don't think so.
you turn it
Or you are
into-
doing rice water, and I
It's
don't
a
know.
honey hole. Then you just
And
once
so you
it can't
continue.
hold-
Yes, give me
Okay,
the
the point
answer.
I'm making is that,
Scientists.
and no, the point
I
I'm
think
making
it's
is
just
that
survival issues
No.
of survival.
people died creating meals. I'm telling
Hey!
you, no,
Creating
see,
what?
meals,
Openly.
combinations. You see, if you eat and you don't die, then
Yeah,
it
it's
becomes
good for
something
you.
that's edible. So people tried in the olden days when hunting and gathering was in force.
So I mean, did we lose a lot of people
We
before
did.
we finally?
That's the point. That's why I say we underestimate how food came about.
There were a
How
lot of
meals
people
came about.
sacrificed
People
their.
sacrificed their lives. Just as in Christendom, you'll be told that when they were bringing the Bible to Africa, right, it was such a difficult task. There were people, when they were propagating the gospel, there were people who were divided into two just because they were trying to spread the gospel. Same with the meals. Imagine that you combine. No, I'm telling you.
Why are you
Imagine-
trying to?
imagine-
The look you are
no.
giving the IB, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
See, imagine that. Imagine that. You know, there's a I don't know whether it's a shrub or a weed called pepediewu.
What's that?
Pepediewu. Pepediewu simply means that
Seaweed.
pepediewu.
Is
No,
it
it's an account. It's a tree word.
Pepe.
Pepediewu. To wit, there was a pepe man, right?
And ate
Who
and
did-
died.
Exactly. Exactly. And there is another we call in Sansono. Very itchy. Now, if you don't go to the farm. If you happen to go to the farm and it wraps off your skin, you run back home.
Yes, I can relate to what IB is saying.
Yes.
All those combinations were done for you to know that contumely you eat, you won't die. Even mushroom. Oh yes, there's poisonous mushroom.
I believe
Yes.
Before it was detected it was poisonous. Do you know how? People ate and died. There's this fish. It recently killed many people.
Puff.
Thank you.
But there's a way of cooking it to take out the poison.
Exactly.
There's a
Even
process.
that. Who discovered that? People cooked it and realized that no, when these people cooked it this way, they didn't die.
Chamai.
What?
Chamai.
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 Yeah. So
The thing
I
is
beg
that-
adult food.
You know, I get it that people explode, but you know, who thought that you should pound the palm nut fruit,
Yeah.
get the pulp out of it, add water, pour it, sieve it, add meat. You know, whose idea? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So-
So
or-
for them, no, I get.
Or
the point.
Adam them, they knew all these things.
No, see.
Adam, because
Adam did not eat palm nut, so please. I mean, it's cultural. No, manna was falling from heaven. So God had meals prepared for them. You know that, right? Manna. The manna days.
Maybe the God prepared that and gave him menu items too.
Yeah, so the recipe.
you know how Adam gave the animals names.
Yeah.
So, fufu na abenkwan. Komi keki na.
Yeah, that's local.
I created man in his own. He created man in his own.
Your
image.
people
And no
decided to
Who we're doing banku, my people decided to do kinky.
with
So-
it, and it became your staple. It's basic.
Whatever you are good at
It's
is your
from
own.
So
experimentation.
whose idea was shitolu?
The people.
Oh,
Try it.
No, here's the thing. See, there's kinky. I'm very sure that kinky was discovered before Shito.
I need a food historian.
No, I'm coming. I'm very sure that
You have to
kinky
get
was discovered before
Who
Shito.
told you?
How can you
Well,
discover? How can you discover accompaniment before this main
let
staple?
me tell you.
Ah,
Only
tell
Akuko
us.
from
Shito
Onya
that you
Silva.
call shito.
Yeah.
We will call shito nakpo. We call it shito.
Papu.
Yes, we didn't know the one that they prepared. They refined it. We
So
didn't know
no,
that
we
one.
we know it. We call it kenang shito.
Exactly.
So
Kena came before.
There's a name for
Hello
it.
shito ding. Kenang
ding.
shito. It's called kenang shito because
Chin
when you are done frying the chinam,
Yeah.
Asieno.
the oil no and the asian they use it to fry the pepper.
Yeah.
Eke chon shito ding.
Yeah.
Hello kenang shito.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
And people have carried it on your head and call
Yes.
it.
Those,
So-
those who have
so-
been eating the kinky, they will
that's-
So
tell
there
you
are
I don't
times you
like.
call shito nakpo shito. Simple say it's all shito is.
Yeah.
It's a.
You have
And in
corrupted
efforts
them.
to the same corn, you see, and that's the thing.
No,
It
I
runs
just
through.
think that it's just survival.
It's a gift from
Issues of
God. That's
survival.
all.
Yes,
And
so they try.
Depending on what you have available.
Exactly. You make do with it.
Yeah. So the same corn, we are making different things out of it. Isn't Tuzafi from corn?
Yes, tuzafi is from corn, but we can have tuzafi from millet and some other things as well. But of course, so people from the northern part of the country, millet thrives very well there.
Yes.
Right.
So you
So
use
that
what's
becomes
available
very
to you.
easier to get
Good.
that version there.
Have you tasted red cocoa before?
Well,
Yes.
it's not for the herbs.
Okay, you see.
You have
That's the
already
thing we say
identified
it's
those.
for the harvest. But then the thing is, if you use the one for the harvest, then you have to use kalanyanga. You know kalanyanga,
What's that?
the dye. There's a dye that's used in preparing wachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their leaves.
Well, it
Yeah.
gives
For
it care.
cocoa
I've
too?
seen it.
Yes, that's
How?
if it's corn, you have to use that dye to get the red effect.
Oh, I
But
see.
if it's millet, there's a millet that is already in that color. Exactly.
Oh, then
So
I'll
that's
do,
the
I'll
difference.
do morikoko and put the white.
Oh yes, why not? And it's medicinal.
You have
It's
the
medicinal.
color. Yes.
It's medicinal.
Do you know why people now have been kicking against the fufu that we grind?
Yeah, the what's the name?
The metal, the
Yes.
same
Yeah.
metal,
Yes, yes.
because the wood.
Absolutely. The wood adds some medicinal value effect to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the sweat
So,
too.
yeah, the sweat
Eh.
also it does.
Which
Sweat it adds so much
Tim.
taste to the
Man, please,
fufu.
don't
Have you ever pound fufu
Ah.
before?
Yeah.
Me.
Like you are the one on top, pound, not
pounding
the
fufu.
one doing the.
No,
That's all.
in your
that's-
case, it's a walker. You pound and you drive yourself, right? What do you?
I've- growing
Have you
up-
wondered why those
Gro-
people have
growing-
that towel on their neck?
Oh.
when they're pounding fufu?
Speaking of pounding fufu, even yesterday we did
did
pound.
one.
But you were not the one who pounded.
I was pounding. I was part of the people pounding. We're taking turns.
Exactly. So
Yes.
good. Because you were going to like pass it across like you were the only one pounding.
Oh, but when we were growing up, my cousin and I were the ones who would do the auntie would do the
Yeah.
stirring.
Yeah.
So,
That's beautiful. And you were not pounding her fingers.
I'm very
So
skillful.
let me
I
let
can
me
pound
let
with
me
one
share
hand.
this story with you.
Mhm.
And you know that
Pounded
those
the mother's
days
fingers.
in my village,
Uh,
every day, Monday to Monday, every evening, the food that we eat
Yeah.
is fufu.
Yeah.
And
so you have stopped eating fufu now.
now I've stopped eating fufu now. Anytime my senior sister angers me, and I'll be the 1 pound of
You
maybe
used
I
to
want
say
to go
that.
and play football, and she will be making it. She'll go and complain or report you to my mom or my
Yeah.
So
dad,
when you pound it, you
and then
say,
I'll
"Let
not
me
get
see
a
hand."
chance. So when you are angry and you are pounding fufu, and sometimes I'll deliberately,
Yeah.
you know what you do. I said that, I'll hit the hand of my shoulder. Hey, well,
So
you
give me
know,
my thing, give me and go.
Here you go.
and I say, yeah, give it to me and go. Sometimes I find my way and go.
Yeah,
But
you go.
sometimes she also has a, when you are pounding fufu, sometimes you have that broom by your side. When the
Yeah.
whole thing is just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you clean the whole
You
place
clean the
tomorrow.
place, yeah.
Ah, no, fuck.
But
I mean, a lot of wicked things have happened.
yeah, siblings is normal, and hopefully your family did not punish you after
You have
this
no
accident.
idea. You
So
have
you go
no
you
idea.
go there, you come back. You know what they do? They will not leave the plantain for you in whole. Neither will they leave the cassava for you in
They'll
whole.
pound it
So they'll pound it small midway, and then they'll pour the soup on it. So you are not eating
So
apesi. You are not eating fufu, but you are eating something.
So anytime I shake those responsibilities and I'm coming back and
Yeah.
you see my father, he has a special chair that he normally will sit in. And there's
Yeah.
a special spot that they normally place it. If you see my father sit, cross the 2 legs and put the 2 hands at the back and holding the
Yeah.
you know that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So when you're also coming to the house, you
Yeah.
also have to be strategic.
how to
And
go
all.
about
And
it.
that day, you know that you will never sleep
Yeah.
without having your share of beatings.
Yeah, sometimes they will allow you to sleep. They wake you up and dish it out. See,
So it was then time that we sleep where our fathers or our mother were the last people to sleep.
yeah.
Your father will be the one to lock the door.
Once the door is locked, you are
Then
dead.
you know that you are the one that sleeps early. That day you will never sleep
You are
early.
reminding Adede of ordeals.
And it wasn't, I don't consider it as an ordeal.
It's a
It's
straightening
okay.
up.
It's
Like,
an experience.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
All of
and,
us an experience.
And when
that-
I look at, the upbringing these days, I feel, look, these guys have gotten very
Yeah,
easy.
Very
easy.
easy.
Computer,
And
very, very
sometimes to the point of entitlement.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh, yes.
You know,
I was-
it's Christmas and
I
there
was-
are lots of, concerts happening and all that.
Yeah.
And people are attending. And sometimes I will hear my nieces say, they are
They
talking
wanna
about
go.
they are going.
Yeah.
They are going and it's not
Is that-
it's not that there's a conversation about
Yeah.
I'm attending this, so would you grant me some
No,
seeking permission? It's like say you when you
the mind is made up.
I was watching
So
a
it's
short.
just information.
information.
Yeah.
Say, hey.
Wow.
And interestingly, yesterday we were all at the family was together and we we're
Yeah.
talking about how strict our
Yeah.
uncle who raised us all was.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how when there was a time he came back from work, he honked a couple of times and we
Yeah.
didn't hear.
Yeah.
So when he came and he met us sleeping, he
Oh,
lined us up
all
and
of you
knocked us
with
all.
yourself.
Yeah. But how dare
We all
you
got
sleep
s-
when I'm
we
honking?
we all got some knocks on
Yeah,
our
you-
heads
you
and
do.
how he hated to see us seated
Yeah.
and doing nothing.
Exactly.
So he'll come, he say, hey, so what are you
What do I
doing?
do?
Yeah.
Go to the back, go and clean the dog's pen.
Yeah.
Dogs is a
Yeah.
pen, right?
Pen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go and clean the dog's pen.
Yeah.
You
You definitely will have something.
Your uncle was a woman.
woman,
Your uncle was a woman.
how?
It was a
Women
man,
just
woman.
don't like to see
They are
their
not
men seated and doing nothing.
Ah, serious.
They have a word for you.
No, it infuriates them. No.
But it's
Definitely you have to play a part.
Yeah.
Yes.
there were good moments.
No, those days
Yeah.
were a good moment.
Growing
I
up-
watched.
growing up was an experience.
Very.
I feel these days
Nah.
No.
there's not enough.
They are
I was
missing out.
watching
They are
a
missing out
short
on a lot.
video of a young girl who was asked to wash
Dishes.
bowls. And she was like, "This is an abuse.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
mother
yeah.
cannot ask me. I'm the
Yeah.
next
And
one.
then
I'm
she's
going to call the police and
yes.
all that." Hey,
Yeah.
it's like,
See,
one dog.
The police people who know their job, they will come and enforce the law, ensure that you wash the dishes.
Yeah.
You do the dishes. And I think it was more or less like a sitcom. They came and said, "Whoa,
In her
really?"
mind, in her mind.
Oh no, that's the point. See, I saw a woman talk about the educational system, right? That first of all, the parents are not scared of the children. Now, because the parents are scared of the children, right? The school, the teachers are equally scared. The teachers are scared because the principals will deal with them. The principals are scared of the board. The board is scared of the educational directorate, and that's at that level in these GES. And guess what? The children are scared of nobody. As a result of this change, the children are scared of nobody.
I think that makes sense.
But everybody else is scared of anybody, somebody.
Well. Time for a break now.
Yeah.
And then when we return, we'll hear from Freddie. What's the move? It's still the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM in Accra.
Let's have breakfast on the Morning Star.